the program is the way to go, and I invite you to join me each week at this time as we explore places to go and things to do. We're lucky today, especially because we're all kids at heart, and of course, if you're a kid, you know all about Weinerville on Nickelodeon. Well, Weinerville is at the Performing Arts Center in Purchase, October 19th, and Marc Weiner, Mr. Weinerville himself, is here today. And Marc, it's just great to have you here in the studio and talking about Weinerville.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
How did we get into this whole subject of creating something like Weinerville?
All of a sudden. How did I get into it? I just made a lot of puppets and created this village called Weinerville, where the puppets lived.
But you were a clown. You went to clown college. You were a stand-up. You were a street performer.
I worked on the Hudson River, on the Clearwater Sloop with Pete Seeger.
Right.
That's how I started. I was the cook on the boat for 2 years, and as all the kids would come on the boat, I would entertain them with juggling food. The way I got some of the food for the crew was there was the back hatch, and I would juggle the kids' food above it, and I'd drop the apples down below, and my assistant cook would be down there, and that's how we got the food. And from entertaining the kids, I really enjoyed it. And during the winter, when the boat wasn't sailing, I took a clown course in Boston. Then I studied some mime, and then I became a street performer. And I went to New York as a street performer, and during the winter, I would go into the comedy clubs. And so then I started taking my street act, becoming a nightclub performer, then getting on television. And now your show, huh?
That's the big time, right?
Here we go.
That's the big time. You're from Westchester originally.
That's right.
Your parents are here and involved with you, right?
That's right. My studio is up in Yorktown Heights. I have an interest in White Plains, as a matter of fact. I have a building in
real estate impresario.
Real estate, yes. 85 Fulton Street, 4,000 square feet available. That's 914-737-2921.
And you're not joking.
No, I'm not joking. And it's ready to go. Second floor, commercial space.
This whole character, this whole development is something that has become a part of you. If there are some people who have not seen or have not heard of Weinerville, what is it all about? Okay, it's a show on Nickelodeon where I play pretty much all the characters, and it's my head on top of a puppet body, about 12-inch tall puppet body, and later we'll show an example of it. That would be great.
And I put my head on this puppet body. I play the mayor, this woman called Dottie, and they make me all up, and I have this little world that I'm in, and the mayor is there, and she's in charge of everything, and she has an assistant named Zip, who's a little foam puppet who comes in, and lots of foam puppets and hand puppets, and I play multi-characters on there, and we get audience involvement. And
where does it all come from? All from your head?
Well, I'll tell you how it started. I had my studio next to my brother's company, which is Best Plumbing Supply. Why, we happen to have 3 branches in the local area. One right in Scarsdale, down the street here, Greenwich, Connecticut, and Yorktown Heights. And this business, they had a lot of cardboard boxes. And I would start building my puppet sets out of these cardboard boxes. And if you look at on the back of the earliest sets, it says Kohler of Wisconsin Plumbing Fixtures, Best Plumbing Supply. So the question was, how did I get started with this? By taking these cardboard boxes, I started building these little sets and cities, and that's how
it evolved just from your interests. And why children's entertainment?
Well, I started as a street performer, so I was entertaining kids, and I was entertaining adults, families. And then, like I said, I went into the comedy clubs. Then I started gearing just toward adults, but I was doing puppets also. And I was never doing anything disgusting with the puppets, but I thought I was doing puppetry for adults. I was on Saturday Night Live in 1980 and 81. Again, doing stuff for that crowd. But still, we found that a lot of kids enjoyed what I was doing because it was puppets. And it's a unique form of puppetry.
Unique is the key word there. What you do is unique.
Yeah.
Find your niche, and you have no competition is basically what they say. You found your niche. Does humor come naturally to you? People say that humor is hard work. Humor is harder to do than drama.
Yes, it is tough. But by owning a building on 85 Fulton Street and renting it out, that's 914-737-2921.
Your live show.
Call us now.
Your live show.
Right.
What is your live show?
The live show is, it's just like the TV show. All the characters from the show, but instead of the small puppets that you see on TV now, they're larger than life size. Boney, the dinosaur. On the TV show is about so big, and on the live show he's a full walkabout. We have a 20 by 40 backdrop of Weinerville, and the puppets come out and out of the windows and they sing this great big production number, and then I come out, and then Socko is there, which is another one of my hand puppets. Then we play a game show that's not fair. Sets are changing. Then Captain Bob.
It's a big production.
It's a big stage show.
So you have a big crew with you?
And I'm very proud to say this, that my parents travel with me. My father, Mel Weiner, who started Best Plumbing Supply. And
you're not very commercial, though, in anything that you do.
Well, I'm just very proud of my brothers and the company. It was Best Plumbing Supply. They
are they good or are they best?
They're the best. They're very sweet guys, and
the talent just flows.
And the toilets flow. It's a lot of flowing.
Flush with success.
Right. But my father, who is a very good businessman, is retired from that business, and my studio is right next door to my brother's company, and so my father is in my studio all the time, and he helped me design the live tour, and he goes on the road with me. He runs the sound and the lighting. He warms up the kids in the beginning of the show. All the things that embarrassed me as a kid, he now does.
He embarrassed you when he did them.
Right, but now he warms up the kids, and I took the same jokes and did it on TV, so he was, they were good stuff.
And you have a large cast, too, working with you?
Right, we travel with about 5 people, and each location we go to has about 6 or 7 supporting people.
You do this around the country, and involvement with kids and adults. Right. And
I have to say that my mother's in charge of merchandise. She's out there selling the merchandise, and because if I didn't mention that, I'd get in a lot of trouble.
We talked about whether humor is hard. Did you write all the material yourself?
No, I have writers. I have writers, and my father actually helps a lot with it. But then, we have professional staff of writers.
What does it take to be funny? There were performers, people always talk about. Red Skelton was always on, for example. What does it take to be funny all the time?
I can't figure it out, but I was over at Purchase before talking with Mike and Oscar, two of the administrators there, and we were talking about shrimp, how they were going to buy the shrimp for this group coming in, and it was like a month ahead of time that he had to get the shrimp, and I said, well, they're going to serve the shrimp and it's going to have this green stuff on it, and then Oscar goes, we'll just say it's guacamole, and it might not be funny now, but then it was so funny. It just happened.
It's hard to define humor, isn't it?
It's hard to repeat it. But it was very funny that it was like, so we're going to get the shrimp, it's going to end up having green mold, we'll call it guacamole. That was funny. And maybe someday it'll be on TV.
But not today, please.
Okay.
The show itself, we're going to really have an opportunity to show something because you brought a little bit of the set along, and we're going to have some fun with it. But before we do that, I do want to set what you're doing in the context of the whole program at the Purchase. The Performing Arts Center has this tremendous program running through May, and the diversity of it, to me, is really sensational. And what's being done and how it's being done. And I've just listed a couple of things that are happening, and of course you're part of it.
Who's there?
Betty Buckley's coming on November 7th. It's a great show. I've seen her do it. Tokyo String Quartet on November 8th.
Maybe they'll rent the space.
Manhattan Transfer on November 14th.
Oh, they could rent the space.
The Creation with Jane Glover on December 19th. And Yo-Yo Ma on January 9th, and all the way through the middle of May. It's just a great program, and everything fits so well. There's entertainment for everybody.
It's a beautiful space.
It's a great space and great theaters, and what I want to do, and make sure we'll do it on this program, is to give a number where people can call so that they can get information about the program in general at the Performing Arts Center and purchase, and that number is 914-251-6200.
And if you need to rent space, it's 914.
Gee, I'm glad you thought of that. I was surprised that you hadn't thought of it before.
Okay.
So what do you do? I mean, let's not talk about it. Let's show it. You brought along a set. Okay. Why don't we bring that up here and do a little performing here?
Okay. This is, here we go. I'll show you. These are cardboard, made out of cardboard boxes from Best Plumbing Supply. And then all you do is just stick your head in here. And then you become a character. Right here, it's fantastic. No, I want you to come in here.
You want me to come in?
Please come on in here. Come around the back here. Ladies and gentlemen, Norman is now going to go inside here and be Weinerized. This is called being Weinerized. Just stick your
This is a first, folks.
Stick your head in there.
Well, folks,
Put your head all the way down there.
so glad to be here and talk to you all and give you an idea of what's going on here.
Put your head all the way down.
And I'm glad I'm here in Weinerville entertaining you. And my guest today is Marc Weiner. He's quite an interesting fellow, and I'm sure he's going to tell you all about the wonderful things that are happening in Weinerville. Thanks for coming, and I hope to see you at Purchase for this show and all the other wonderful shows that are there. So long.
Very good. Very good. That was good. So what did it feel like to be Weinerized?
Well, I felt like a little bit of a wiener, to tell you the truth.
You see, we call that process being Weinerization. And it
You do that in the show?
in the show. We have this big machine. On the TV show, it's about 20 feet tall by 8 feet wide. And on the live show, it's just a little smaller, but that's the highlight of the show. We say the lights go out and the blinking lights, the smoke come up, and the kids all know what time it is. And then I go, who wants to get Weinerized? And they're screaming. And we go, let's bring out the Wienerizer. And the backdrop goes up, and out comes this huge machine. And it comes out, and we pick two people from the audience, put them in the machine, and it shrinks them. And they go down like that, turns around, and it turns around, they are puppets on little puppet bodies. And they're in playland.
I'm not going to ask you how you do that. I mean, Look, Ma, I Shrunk the Audience.
Right.
How come only two people were left in the audience when the show was over?
Right.
You shrunk the audience.
Yeah. It's great. The kids go nuts, and then they're in playland, and then that's the real messy part of the show is when we start throwing balloons filled with whipped cream and water at them, and they're fighting to see which team is going to win the Golden Hot Dog Award. And it's silly, messy, but, that's what Nickelodeon is.
Is there a general age level that you're appealing to?
We go from anywhere like 4 on up.
To 94?
I'm telling you, we get the grandparents in there, the parents, the older brothers and sisters. We really do appeal across the board.
Are kids a tough audience? People, comics, there's an expression called, flop sweat, that when you're up there and nobody's laughing. Are kids a tough audience?
I don't think so. I think they won't lie to you. If it's funny, it's funny. If it's not funny, they don't know how to kid you. If you're not funny, you're not funny. And but it's great performing to kids.
People in the theater tell me that every audience is different. Is that true with kids as well? Or is there a kind of a general pattern that you know what they're going to react to and what they're going to...
This show is pretty tested, so we know that everything I'm doing in there is going to work. Just when you try and do some of the adult jokes, there's jokes for the adults in there, not, all clean family material. But sometimes certain jokes don't work, and, we sit back and go.
Do you change it? Is there ad-libbing going on when you're doing it?
Constantly. A lot of what I like to do is to ad-lib and to get the humor from the kids and the parents. So I leave a lot of spots open to see how they're going to react to what I'm doing.
I asked you earlier if humor was hard work, and you said it was. Is it a workout when you do a show?
Yeah.
Physically, mentally?
Is it a hard workout?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Especially I'm doing this new soccer routine. It's a big production number. And normally I just do this routine with them and we move on to the next thing. But it's a whole big dance routine. And I remember after the second time doing it, I was like totally exhausted. And I went, oh, now I got to go on with the rest of the show. So it is exhausting, some of the stuff.
And do you change it as it goes along?
This show is evolving.
Evolving show. It's amazing that for a show of this nature, to me, it seems like it's very complicated because there's so much going on, and you can't be subtle. Everything has to be pretty broad for the kids.
No, but you really can be subtle, and that's what I, strive for. Wherever I can put in some subtlety, a look, and get a laugh like Red Skelton used to do, on just a look,
Or Jack Benny.
Jack Benny, especially Jack Benny, right. Just a simple look to the camera.
Laughter to silences.
Yeah. And with my soccer routine, the soccer always likes to kick me. And I turn to the audience and I say, parents, you don't want me to teach the kids to kicking, do you? And they go, no. And it's not nice to kick, is it? No. So parents, do you want to see Socko kick me? And they go, yes. And then, just give them that look, and it's very funny.
I just want to remind our audience that we're talking today to Marc Weiner, and it's Nickelodeon. It's Weinerville, of course, October 19th. A great part of the program at the Performing Arts Center. The transition intrigues me. What did you get out of clown college? What did you learn in performing in the streets that brought you to this point of a tremendously successful children's performance?
Street performing taught me how to hold on to the audience because they could walk away at any time, and if you're not grabbing them at
They're not strapped in their seats, right?
They'll walk away. So taught me how to keep the humor going and hold on to them, physically holding on to them. Like, don't go, get back here.
People in the theater keep telling me that it's very, very important to have surprises all the time. Certainly, if you know what's coming next, it's not as entertaining. Of course, with Shakespeare, you pretty well know what's coming next. Do you build surprises into your shows?
Yes. And when the people come to see the show, they'll be surprised. They'll get wet. They'll get special topping dumped on them. They'll get wet again.
You told me it was a clean show.
It's a good, clean family show. Messy. That's a good, clean family show.
Why? Why messy?
Well,
is that entertaining for kids?
Oh, big time. And at Nickelodeon, that's what Nickelodeon was built on. The gack, the slime, and kids just love it. And, to throw water on them or to put whipped cream on, it's fun.
How do the parents feel about that?
Well, that's who gets it.
Oh.
That's how the kids love it. It's just, I've seen a whipped cream. We don't throw whipped cream pies in faces, but on Nickelodeon, they have shows that do that, and I've seen it a million times, and for some reason, it's funny.
Do you offend people at any time? You get rejection when you do things like that?
No.
These people have kind of volunteered to come up.
Right.
You protect them, I assume, with some sort of plastic.
Right. They're protected.
I get the feeling that seething within you is humor. I mean, your whole face is sitting there and bubbling with all these things. Are you always thinking of new things to do? Is it always coming up? Do situations present themselves?
Always looking for the next joke. Always looking for the next job. And speaking of...
Yeah, talking about looking for the next job, some people, successful people in the theater who I've interviewed on this program have told me, what other business do you know? What other type of work do you know where you're looking for a job 8 times a year?
Right.
Constantly auditioning, even if you're an accepted, known performer, you're constantly looking for the next one, whether your agent is bringing you into it or you're auditioning for the job. You're constantly asking people to love you, really.
Right. But this live tour is booked, into 98 already, and my company is developing new TV projects. We have a new one that we're working on right now for Nick Jr. I'll be coming out with new stuff on there this winter.
You mentioned a game show.
I'm developing a game show, and like 8 other projects.
Is there enough time in the day?
No. But I have a family also, and I have 3 wonderful kids and a wonderful wife. And so, I try to spend at least a half an hour there a day. And,
with each?
No, total. No, a little more time.
You obviously enjoy what you're doing.
It beats a real job. I hate to interrupt, but I did work at Best Plumbing Supply for about 6 months.
And what did you learn?
I learned.
It must have been easy. Probably was a pipe for you.
No, it was. I got fired. I got fired there. I was working in the complaint department.
That's the way you went into show business?
No, I was in show business, and then I wanted to get a normal job. And this is about maybe 8 years ago.
You don't consider what you're doing to be normal?
It's definitely not normal. So I went to my brothers, and I said, I'd like to come to work for you. And they just busted out laughing. I said, no, seriously, I would like to work for you. And I go, okay, what's available? And they said, the complaint department. So I was in the complaint department, and I got all these irate customers calling up, where's my bathtub? You were supposed to get it, and you could take that bathtub and with it. And then someone else would call, where's my toilet? What are you supposed to have it there? You could take that toilet and you know what to do. And I said, I can't because there's a bathtub already there. And so I got out of that business. I was really asked to leave because people call me up and I'm just joking around. And
so you really can't take rejection, really, when you're talking about it. So that's why you went into show business,
right? But I got out of that because my brothers wanted me out of it. It was a very lucrative deal on my behalf. I just have to plug them wherever I go. Best Plumbing Supply. Either that, I go back into the plumbing business. Help me out.
And then people would be in the complaint department talking about you. What about the future?
I see.
New programs, reworking. Your book, you said, through much of next year.
Yep.
Traveling all over.
The tour is great. We'll have a new show on Nick Jr. Other projects of mine will be going.
The new characters, are you devising new characters all the time? Again, who does them? I mean, how are they made?
It's the same thing that I was at Nickelodeon at the meeting, and they're going, okay, we want you to create this new show for us, and we need lots of new characters. And it's just, okay, what do you want the characters to do? Oh, give me, what's the curriculum? We're going to do educational stuff. And they tell me, okay, we want to teach vocabulary. All right, I'll come back to you with characters. I go back and, for some reason, I'm able to create these characters. And I go, okay, I'll stick my head on top of a zookeeper's body, and I'm a zookeeper. I'll stick my head on top of a doctor's body. I'm a doctor. And then you just go there, and it's like, und I'm the doctor. You know, you just play around, look in a mirror, and you come up with a character. Or a new hand puppet. They wanted a girl puppet. So my daughter's 3 years old. So I walk around, and it's this type of hand puppet upside down. That's one of my styles. So I'm studying my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, and she's like talking to me, and I'm going, and then I'm right, and she's there, stop, and I'm going, stop. So I'm picking up how her moves, how she talks, and I just, you know, putting it into the puppet. And
it seems to me that there's an endless opportunity for new material.
Right.
Unfortunately, there's not an endless opportunity to keep on going because we've run out of time. And I certainly appreciate your coming here and talking to us about what goes on into this wonderful, wonderful Weinerville, which is on Nickelodeon, of course, at purchase. Thanks for coming.
But
and I'm afraid we're out of time.
No calls. It's 85 Fulton Street, 4,000 square feet.
And of course, as if you haven't guessed by now, we talked to Marc Weiner at Weinerville, and a great performer, funny man, and I'm Norman Liss, and the name of this program is The Way to Go. And until next time, enjoy yourself. And you too, Mark.
The scene, but Yonkers police